Okay, zooming in on our only vantage point here for Hurricane Fran, which is about 3:30 in the afternoon. Gusting up to 65 at this point. We hunkered down, decided to... Okay, back for the 6 o'clock check. Gonna peek out the hole here. Got Jonathan taking the eye. We do have standing water. About 65 miles an hour. Thank goodness the tide's going down and not because of the ocean rising. Just a little backyard shot here. It's about 6:15 or so. Trees and everything are moving around quite a bit. We're not venturing much further than this. There is fresh water standing in the backyard there. I went and put my finger in it a minute ago. It's basically submerged. Coming up in the yard. We've got our buckets ready. Wow. Jonathan said he saw a fish out here a little while ago. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, time out for a quick video. That's water level back there. It's even over my high-rise new deck. The T-row's about underwater. We may not have any video for a while because we're going to start fighting it. You can see the water coming up. It's actually flowing down the street. Okay, there's the front gate underwater, guys. And a flashlight shining on it. It's not coming over the porch yet. There's Jonathan walking around in ankle-deep water in the living room. A little water. Walk on over there, Jonathan. A little bit of water in the... Okay, let me see if I can take you on a tour of the wet house with a little bit of water in it with flashlight. We got the chairs up on everything. The wooden chairs are floating. Recyclables. Pretty awful. Quite a mess. Spin around. Check out the sofa. We got it propped up pretty high. Move the TV. Hopefully it doesn't come. Okay, back where we were. And come in here. A little step ladder. It's not quite knee deep. Got everything piled high as we can. Bathroom doesn't smell too good. Chairs sitting a little low in water. Cars floating. The whole house is just a mess. We got a little bit of water. Make some waves so we can see the level. I walked by the refrigerator and the water was cold. I felt cool water on my feet. Other than that, the water's pretty warm. Hadn't been bad. Chairs floating, whatnot. Pantry's not a pretty sight either. Kind of full. Actually, the water's dropping rapidly because it was up to that little window there. Here's the backyard. Actually, what happened is pulled our deck up. You can see how much the water's gone down. The wind's still blowing, probably 80 to 100. I suppose you can hear it. Had gusts to 98 so far. I get a shot out the front door. Actually, the water level 20 minutes ago was to the top of the picket, so it's come down. You can see that. Pretty wild. This tree is down. Cedar tree across the street's down. That tree basically in the front yard. There's water level. Then again, the water level was to the top of the picket. Oh no, the water level is dropping rapidly. What's that? You see a car? A little bit of flotsam that floated up. Boat's still over there. Jonathan's treehouse made it. Street, there's a trash can. Lots of trees. The old cedar tree there didn't quite make it. There's Doxy's floating dock, along with, you can see the outboard motor on the boat. Marked sliding glass doors that came out of that hole. Here's a floating dock in the backyard along with Boston Whaler. Here's the roof of the pier house next door. Take a little closer look out here. What they all used to look like. There they are. Here's one here. Another one sitting in the bottom. There's O'Quinn's dock is just, that's O'Quinn's dock. It's gone. The docks don't look too bad out there. A few docks there, and that front yard, O'Quinn's house fared pretty good. Mark's house, well, it was under construction anyway. So Jim's house, it looks like they lost their porch. A few windows missing there. Docks. This is off of Mark's dock. Looking across, floating dock's all askew. There's a, that's probably a 35, 40 foot power boat. Blockade runner looks pretty intact. There's one boat anchored out. But not least, we've got this one little section of floating dock held on by some little tiny string right there. That's it. Amazing little mast. A little bit of aftermath, some child's toy sitting there. This is right down from the, there's a pet cage. A little wind destruction. I don't understand the Cadillac with the door open. Those two boats were tied to that telephone pole. They floated around. The Quinn shed's a little skewed. Okay, it skinned the rest of Durwood's trees. The house I'm not so sure about. Got a pot on the front porch. Up to the mini park, there's a boat sitting there. Right at the mini park. I'm on Myrtle Court. Way over there, it appears to be a boat that's pretty high and dry. Across the marsh. At least my fence wasn't the only one that became uprooted. I got a tree too. Tell me if you see one. The whole floating dock at Sea Path is gone. Those Look pretty good. Sailboat way back in the marsh. More CPAP. Come back here, Jonathan. They don't look too good. There's one boat driving around looking. That's a floating dock that never quite went down.
Where?
On my favorite little trawlers piled up behind. Those are houses on Causeway Drive. And again, that one's sunk. The rest of them look pretty good. A few upper windows of CPAT towers knocked out. It's on top of us piling stuff in here, everything just floated around. It'd be 3 to 4 feet deep in the garage. This is a result of what floats. I mean, it just, everything floats and bobs around and then just ends up wherever it stops. This is just in our driveway, just flops them from up and down the street. I don't know if this could end up to be the worst visible damage we have, is the deck just uprooted and floated. A dock. Yeah, this is Friday. We started on our outing and got caught by Trey, the policeman. We had to run back to the house. Then, under the cover of darkness, we snuck out again and came over to check it all out and see what's happening. There was a boat there. Here's another new boat that was not here this morning. Neither one of these boats were. Here's the lone dock. Hopefully there's enough light to see. That's Tinsley's dock. That one sticking up out on Point Place. This is the end of Lindy Lane with the docks just in the street. This is evidently Reggie's dock. I'm standing in Reggie's front yard, and this is the Tinsley's dock coming on across. Here's a little bit of the aftermath cleanup. We just decided to hose the inside of the house. Hose over there by the fireplace, Jonathan. Figured might as well wash the salt out. Mom's over there doing the dishes. Well, we got a little water for an hour today. Figured a little more water won't hurt anything. The salt is just pretty thick. Okay, we just had a heavy rain, and it good thunderstorms, and it just backed up. Never seen the rain do this to the street though. You know who had to go play in it. There didn't any worry about any cars. Still no one on the island. The rain was a very refreshing rinse, I'm sure, for all the plants and grass and trees, to get all that salt off of them. Didn't help in the recovery efforts any, but it sure helped everything else. One of the few cars for the day. It's actually Ed Mostowski. Maybe he's bringing us some ice.